Today, we're counting down 10 shocking facts about Orlando Bloom's watch collection. Let's go. Kicking off our list at number 10 is the vintage Steve McQueen Explorer. Orlando owns a piece of Rolex history. He's been spotted with a vintage Rolex Explorer II, reference 1655. This isn't your average Rolex. Collectors and fans call it the Steve McQueen, or use its Italian nickname, Freccione, which means the big arrow. This is because of its massive bright orange 24-hour hand. But this hand wasn't just for show. It was made for cave explorers who needed to know if it was day or night. For a guy who's famous for playing adventurers, owning this watch is the ultimate inside joke in a serious flex. It shows he doesn't just want a luxury brand, but a watch with a story and a soul. It's rugged, rare, and proves Bloom has fantastic taste that goes beyond what's simply new and shiny. And if you think a vintage Rolex is cool, wait until you see the luxury icon at number 9. Bloom doesn't just stick to Rolex, he also wears watches from Audemars Piguet. These guys are one of the most high-end brands in the world, and Bloom especially linked to their famous Royal Oak model. With its tapestry pattern on the dial, this watch is a symbol of luxury and style. It's the watch you wear when you want to show you've arrived. You can spot it instantly by its unique octagonal-shaped bezel, which is held down by 8 visible screws. When this watch first came out, it was a revolution. It was the first watch made of stainless steel, and it completely changed what a high-end sports watch could be. By wearing a Royal Oak, Bloom is showing he appreciates horological royalty. Now, you want to find out about Bloom's next watch? Well, it's pure adrenaline straight from the racetrack. Making it to number 8 is the Tag Heuer Monaco. In the 2023 movie Gran Turismo, where he plays a motorsport guru, Orlando Bloom didn't need a fictional prop watch. The filmmakers chose one with a legendary racing history. It was the Tag Heuer Monaco. This square-faced watch is a true icon because it was famously worn by Steve McQueen in the 1971 racing film Le Mans. So, by wearing it in Gran Turismo, Bloom is directly connecting his character to that legacy. In fact, the model he wore has a stunning blue dial, a chronograph to time-lapse, and a sturdy steel bracelet. It's a case of perfect product placement, where the watch is a co-star that adds a layer of racing history to every scene. Now, that's a cool watch, but his personal vintage collection holds an even bigger treasure for Rolex fans. Beyond the cameras, Bloom owns a watch that makes collectors green with envy. It's a vintage Rolex GMT Master reference 1675 with the famous red and blue Pepsi bezel. This wasn't just a stylish choice, but a tool created in the 1950s for Pan Am pilots to track 2 time zones at once. But Bloom's watch is extra special. It's an early model with pointed crown guards, a tiny design detail that only the first versions of this watch had before Rolex changed it. This makes his watch rarer, older, and more sought after. While you can buy a new Pepsi GMT Master today, you can't buy the history and early design that Bloom has on his wrist. It's the ultimate sign of a true watch enthusiast who hunts for pieces with a story. Up next is a watch that costs more than most luxury cars. Moving up to number 6 is the Holy Grail Patek. For red carpet events, Orlando Bloom doesn't play around. He's been spotted wearing what many consider the ultimate watch for a gentleman. Our guy owns a Patek Philippe Aquanaut with reference 5164. This watch is famous for its modern rounded octagonal shape. It also has a textured dial which looks like a piece of fabric. But the real magic is in its complication. This is a travel time watch, meaning it has genius systems that lets you jump the local hour hand forward or backward without stopping the watch. More like the ultimate tool for a global jet setter like Bloom, who is constantly traveling between film sets, going for premieres, and visiting a lot of countries. With a price tag well over $100,000, this Patek isn't just about telling time. Let's just say it's more of mastering time using the best sports watches ever made. Now for his next piece, he went in a completely different direction. On the flip side, if you're enjoying this insight into Hollywood's best actors' watch collection, do us a solid, hit that like button and subscribe for more. And we're getting right back to the list. All the way at number 5 is the IWC Big Pilot's watch. If the Patek is sleek and modern, the IWC Big Pilot is its opposite. This watch is huge, iconic, and impossible to miss. Originally designed for World War II pilots, it's built for maximum legibility with a big dial and a classic triangle marker at 12 o'clock. Bloom's choice to wear this beast shows he isn't afraid to make a bold statement. It's a watch that commands attention and has a ton of military history behind it. He can wear it with a casual sweater and it instantly becomes the focal point of his outfit. It proves that his sense of style isn't one-dimensional. He appreciates both the subtle elegance of a Patek and the rugged vibe of the IWC. But Bloom didn't stop there. He doubled down on something straight out of a diver's arsenal. Sliding into number 4 is the Panerai Luminor Marina. Fitting for a guy who plays pirates and archers, Bloom is a long-time fan of Panerai. These Italian-made watches are famous for their massive legible cases and military diving heritage. He owns several, including a classic Luminor. The most famous feature is the huge curved piece of metal that protects the crown, and a design that dates back to the brand's history of making tools for Italian Navy divers. Wearing a watch this big is a bold choice, but it perfectly matches Bloom's adventurous and rugged style. This is one statement piece that screams confidence and is rooted in real-world adventure. Now, just when you think you've figured out his style, Bloom pulls out a curveball. At number 3, we have the pink gold Audemars Piguet. The Hollywood actor was spotted on the cover of a magazine wearing an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Jumbo in 18-karat pink gold. This isn't just a fancy version of the Royal Oak for many collectors, but the ultimate version. It's incredibly thin, beautifully made, and that pink gold case gives it a stunning presence. The coolest part is that our dude added a custom rubber strap to his Royal Oak instead of keeping the original metal bracelet. This rubber strap was made specifically for this watch, so it fits perfectly and doesn't move around on his wrist. It shows that Bloom wants his luxury watch to be both stylish and easy to wear. You can dress it up or dress it down, and the rubber strap handles both situations perfectly. While most people think of dive watches or classics, Bloom owns a Rolex with a very specific purpose. Taking the runner-up position is a scientific marvel born for magnetic fields. This watch was originally created for scientists and engineers who worked in power plants and laboratories. It was made to resist strong magnetic fields that could ruin a normal watch. This vintage reference 6543 that Bloom owns is a piece of scientific history on his wrist. With its unique lightning bolt second hand, it stands out from every other Rolex. This shows that Bloom doesn't just follow trends, but he hunts watches with a fascinating story and unique reason to exist. So why own one Rolex when you can have more? The Lord of the Rings Elf collection is about to blow our minds in 3, 2, 1, action. Taking the crown at number 1 is his Rolex Submariner collection. It turns out Orlando Bloom is a massive fan of the Rolex Submariner, and he doesn't just have one, he has a whole collection. Most notably, he owns the iconic reference 6538, which is famously known as the James Bond Rolex. You know why? It was the exact model worn by Sean Connery in the early 007 films. This is the watch that made the Submariner a global symbol. But his collection goes even deeper. Reports show he also owned other vintage models like the reference 5513 and the 16610. This means his collection has multiple generations of the most famous dive watch ever made. For a Hollywood star to own the same watch as the most famous movie spy of all time, that's not just collecting, it's paying homage to film and horological history in the coolest way possible. So, Orlando Bloom's collection is a masterclass in balancing adventure with red carpet class. Now, if you enjoyed this, you won't want to miss the latest additions to Mark Zuckerberg's watch collection in our next video. Hit that subscribe button because this story is wild.